Well, hello and welcome again to our reading of John's Gospel. We're up to chapter 7 and verse 32. Jesus had been up at the Feast of Tabernacles, and there's been a bit of discussion about exactly who he is. Some people say he's a good man and others don't think so. Kusan hoi Pharisai. The Pharisees heard, and now it's hearing takes a genitive, well, generally of persons. Here it's taken of the crowd, and we get so the Pharisees heard the crowd gongudzontos. This is that gongudzo verb again, to grumble, and it's a genitive participle agreeing with oklu. So they heard the crowd grumbling or mumbling regarding him. So it's mumbling these things regarding him. So the tauta is the object of the participle here. And the chief priests and the Pharisees, apostellan, they dispatched, they sent off their huperetes. Well, this is a word which has a whole range of meanings. The original meaning of this was an under rower on a boat. And the under rower was the one who was in the bottom deck of the boat doing all the hard rowing. And the word itself comes to mean a lackey, or a sort of almost a thug, a lackey, subordinate, any of these things. So they dispatched their lackeys, perhaps, in order that piasosin, now that's that verb we had before. This is this piasdo verb, and this is the aorist subjunctive. This is to lay hands on him or to arrest him. So in order that they might arrest him. Jesus therefore said, eti chronon mikron, so Amy, I am meth humon with you still for a little time, and hupago, and I depart to the one having sent me. Say taisati, this is the plural, the future I should say, you lot, you plural, will seek me, and you will not find me. So that's the plural, huresete, plural of heurisco. And where I am, you, udunaste, you are not able to come, or to go. So you are not able to go where I am. The Jews then said to themselves, Pu hutos mele poruestai. Where is this man about to go? Hoti that we will not find him. That's the future from heurisco. That we will not find him. And now May is introducing a question, expecting the answer no. So surely he is not about to go into the diaspora of the Greeks. This is the diaspora is where Jews, of course, left Jerusalem and moved everywhere in the oikoumene, in the inhabited world, and it's sometimes referred to by Jews as the diaspora. So surely he's not about to go into the diaspora of the Gentile, of the Greeks, and to teach the Greeks, and expecting the answer no. What is this word? What is this word which he says? You will seek me, and you will not find me, and where I am, you are not able to go. En de te eskate hemera te megale, so in the last day, the great one of the feast, Jesus, hestake, this is the past tense of that hesteka, to stand, so Jesus stood, kai ekraksin from krasdo, and he cried out saying, if someone dipsa, this is from dipsao, it's a contract alpha verb. If someone is thirsty, kesto, This is the this is the present middle imperative from Erchomai, but it's the third person singular. Let him come, pros me, to me. And again, we get a present imperative active here, third person singular, and let him drink. So if someone thirsts, let him come to me and let him drink. The one believing in me, kathos, just as the scripture said, rivers from his belly, koilias is your stomach or your belly, so rivers from his belly, rususin, this is the future from reo, slightly irregular in the future form here, will flow, so it's rivers of living water. So rivers of living water will flow from his belly. This he said regarding the Spirit, which they, the ones believing in him, were about lambanein to receive. For the Spirit was not yet. Now, this theologically, I'll leave it up to the commentaries to discuss, but this says the Spirit did not yet exist because Jesus had not yet been glorified, from doxasdo. So not yet was the Spirit, because Jesus oudepo not yet had been glorified. This is the aorist passive from doxasdo. Ek tu oklu un. So from the crowd, therefore, hearing the, as taking a genitive, hearing these words, they were saying. So we'd probably have to supply something like tines. So certain ones from the crowd, then, having heard this word, they began to say, Houtos estin alethos ho prophetos. Truly, this man is the prophet. Aloi elegon, others were saying, Houtos estin ho Christos. This man is the Messiah. Hoi de elegen, but others were saying, and may, with a question expecting the answer no, so for, surely not does the Christ come from Galilee. So surely the Messiah does not come from Galilee. Uk hagraphe, does not the script, again expecting the answer yes this time, surely the scripture said that from the seed of David and from Bethlehem, from the village of Bethlehem, where David was, the Messiah comes. So does not the scripture say that the Messiah comes from the seed of David and from the village of Bethlehem where David was? Schisma un egeneto. A schisma is a division. We get our word scissors, cutting and so on. Schisdo is to splice in two, to cut. So there was a division among the crowd in to oklo diauton on account of him. Tines, certain ones were wanting, so it's tines ex auton, certain ones from them were wanting piasai, and that piasdo verb again to arrest him, but no one placed their hands or laid their hands against him, cast their hands against him. Aelthon un hoi huperatai, these are these assistants or something. These are the, I mentioned before, the word means under rower, so it's the assistants or something. The lackeys, another word could translate if you wanted to be slightly more pejorative. So the lackeys therefore came to the chief priests and Pharisees and said, and they, that is the that's the Pharisees and the chief priests. So those ones, that is the chief priests and the Pharisees, said our choice to them, that is the Huparetai. Dear Tir, why did you not bring, this is the aorist from Ago, why did you not bring him out on? And the assistants, or the lackeys, whatever you want to call them, answered, Udepote, not yet has a man spoken in this way. So never has any man spoken in this way. The Pharisees therefore answered them, May, as a question, surely you also have not been led astray. This is the perfect passive, second person plural, from planao. So there's the plan. The alpha in the planao has been lengthened to an eta, and there's your normal ste ending, and it's been reduplicated. So it's perfectly regular. So surely you also have not been led astray. Surely not, so none from the rulers believed in him. Oh, it's in a question, sorry again. So surely none of the leaders have believed in him, nor any of the Pharisees. Allah, but this crowd, me ginoskone, the one not knowing. So it's singular agreeing with oklos. So this crowd, which does not know the law, asin, they are ep aratoi, they're cursed, under a curse. There's an old word, ara, meaning a curse. This is under a curse, so accursed. Nicodemus says to them, historic present, the one having come to him, top proteron previously, being one from them. So that is one of the groups of the Pharisees. Now it's a question again expecting the answer. No, so surely the law does not, so surely our law does not judge the man unless firstly you might hear from him. Unless firstly it might hear. So it's the subject is the law. So the law doesn't really hear, but it's being used metaphorically here. So surely our law does not judge a man until it firstly hears from him, and gnoi might know what he is doing. Now that gnoi there is an irregular optative. You'll see this form, and you'll also see in Mark's Gospel, you'll see that form as well, gnoi. It's an optative from ginosko, to know. We don't get very many optatives, but here's one here. And might know what he is doing. They answered and said to him, are you also from Galilee? Expecting the answer, no. Erauneson, this is from eraunao, to examine. And this is the aorist imperative. So examine, so look carefully, make an examination, and see that a prophet, uk egeritai, is not raised up, passive from egero, from Galilee. And that is the end of that chapter.